Hey yo, what's the grind with those who never miss an episode, who I've coined the Chico Army. And if you're new and looking to join a YouTube crew, take the first step, subscribe, and rank up from that title of viewer of the tube. My name's Tyler, the host of this channel, and I hope my new kitty Wayne can be downright as gnarly as Taddy one day.
Hustle the metal catnip on this public grade. They like the itch that we smoking, one fish to be fresh out the ocean, yeah.
Kitty Wayne, one day you will be champion. It's time for Chico Crypto. Well, yesterday we took a deeper dive into Ethereum scaling as 2.0 drifts further and further down the roadmap. But like I mentioned, Ethereum's transition to 2.0 isn't being accomplished all by itself, but with the help of friends. And those special friends are the ones I'm going to try and focus on today. So let's dive into data storage and availability on Ethereum and which companies within this sector are Ether's best of friends. So let's start out with the data giant, who just earlier today had their public launch of version 3 of their data tokens. Who is that? It's Ocean and their protocol. And they're dropping bombs, including those data tokens, but also the Ocean market and IDO's initial data offerings. They covered it all in their presentation, so I'm not going to do it again. Today we are going to uncover something more with Ocean, something that isn't fully known. Like big old frickin' partners, including a bank which will make those others who say they have banking relationships salivate. So banks and Ocean protocol? What are you talking about, Tyler? Well, if you didn't know, Bruce Pon, he is the co-founder of Ocean. But another critical piece to all of this, he's co-founder of BigChain DB. Going to his LinkedIn, we can confirm all of this, but he has also founded the IPDB, the Interplanetary Database. Then below that, we can see from 2008 to 2013, he did something else. He co-founded the Avantalion Consulting Group, who built banks, over 18 to be exact. So that banker connection right through Bruce. And I gotta thank @DonnieBigBags on Twitter for some of this information. Give him a follow. Link is in the description, and by the way, he will be a contributor to my upcoming crypto media website. Stay tuned. But Donnie, he tweeted this. Next week, Bruce Pon from Ocean will be speaking on a panel alongside Mastercard, IBM, and Deutsche Telekom. Oh yeah, and then going to the conference website, it's the Blockchain Revolution Global. And yes, Bruce is speaking in the Blockchain for Enterprise panel alongside heavyweights like IBM, Deutsche Telekom, and Mastercard. So the most financial banking-like company out of those is Mastercard, right? Well, let's just go to this June 2018 Ocean presentation slides from their Director of Partnership and Business Development. They show Ocean's key partners to kickstart the ecosystem, and Mastercard is there as an example among many others. And then they show Ocean's data collaborative structure, and out of all those example partners, Mastercard is shown again as creating unique data assets on the Ocean protocol and network. Kind of like data tokens launching today. Then next week they are presenting alongside them. That's pretty crummy. But what about something even more crummy, bigger? What about a central bank? Like the Central Bank of Germany, the Deutsche Bundesbank, the German equivalent to the Federal Reserve, who directs and sets the country's monetary policy. Well, using TED Europa and searching for contracts awarded by European institutions, we find one with the contracting authority, who is Deutsche Bundesbank. And below, we have the scope of the procurement of the job. Its title is Decentralized Data Exchange Protocol, Ocean Protocol, and an associated consulting service. Wow-wee-wah! And below, we can see the procurement is related to a project or program financed by the European Union. Then below it says why they chose it. With this criterion, BigChain DB was the only company with Ocean Protocol that could offer a technical solution which was outside of the conception phase. In addition, criteria of innovative ability, consulting experience, and knowledge transfer to the Bundesbank were applied. Now there is more going on to this than I think I even understand. So Energy Web, who is in a similar boat as Ocean, I'm very bullish on them. They're a current POA chain. They're working with massive partners. Well, Energy Web dropped something similar last week. Germany's energy agency, Dana, contracted Energy Web to build their identity registry for the future energy markets, called the Blockchain Machine Identity Ledger, BMIL. Now this Ledger Insights article points us in the direction and makes a connection. So the tech partners with Energy Web implementing this. One is Ripple and Code. No, not that Ripple, but a German blockchain interface company. But look in the article. It says, in order to connect these projects with the BMIL registry, EW and Ripple and Code will leverage their innovative blockchain infrastructures, namely the professional services layer of IPDB Foundation's open source stack on RN. The IPDB uses yet another technology, BigChain DB. IPDB and BigChain DB are both from Bruce Pon and team, aka the Ocean Protocol. So Germany's Federal Energy Agency is working with Energy Web, who is using Ocean Tech, and Germany's central bank is working with Ocean to build something. Is all I gotta say. Now there may be something else which is sliding right under the radar, which is going to surprise everyone. Going to their public roadmap on their website, it shows besides V3 data tokens and the Ocean Marketplace launching this quarter, V5 is coming too. What is that? Well, we can see it's Ocean on a permissionless substrate. So what could that be? Well, Ocean has been planning this for over a year now. This paper was put out in April of 2019, and it was regarding going permissionless and moving from a POA chain. They said as the top 3 choices, Parity Substrate or Cosmos SDK, or running the same Ethereum code on a separate network, a sister chain. Now, going to Ocean's public GitHub board, we can get an idea of what is coming regarding their next move. Here they have GitHub epics that are done, finished, either completed or they have dropped it. As we can see, there's one with none other than xDai's name on it. And it has to do with V5? Well, let's click into it. Now we can see this epic, it was created in November of 2019, and we can see the history of what happened. Originally it was called Epic Permissionless V5. Then in December of 2019, it was changed to deploy to xDai V5. Although the last thing said from the other co-founder, Trent, in this epic was, plans have changed. This issue is no longer relevant. Closing. Like they aren't going with xDai? Well, I started doing some digging, and if you know anything about Ocean Tech, the keepers are a critical piece of how everything works, and keepers, as we can see, connect through bridges, like with xDai. And then going to their GitHub for their keepers, it seems they have 3 deployed on mainnets, their own POA Pacific mainnet, the Ethereum mainnet, and the xDai mainnet. And what I find super interesting with Ethereum keepers, it says the Ethereum mainnet network is deprecated and will be removed in the next version. Ethereum keepers deprecated, removed, gone with the next version? So I have no idea what exactly is going on here. Keepers only on Pacific and xDai with the next version? No Ethereum? And here is what I find interesting. Ocean just performed a token swap, just an ERC20 to ERC21, but in preparation for what was dropped today, staking, data tokens, AMMs, and more. Now in that preparation blog post, they asked users to do this. If you have Ocean in the Ocean Pacific network, please withdraw your tokens by August 21st, 2020. So tokens out of Pacific, it seems like they're going somewhere else. And then Trent also put out this blog post regarding data farming, which I'm sure they dropped more about today, but in the post he said this: to help long-term thinking and drive value to the protocol, we are considering lockup periods to ensure that rewards are not immediately sold by traders. It could even be longer lockup, longer reward, like in Filecoin's ICO or xDai chain's staking incentives. xDai has been on their mind recently, so V5, it's going to be a big surprise, whatever it is, and it might not be xDai, as if you go into their Ocean architecture from their own documentation, under Keeper contracts, they have the parity EVM and secret store. Parity Substrate or xDai? Well, no matter who they choose and release with V5, I'm bullish on both and think they're both great friends of Ethereum. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.